trot him out and
back office.
Back office.
I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what he's doing.
All right. You haven't kept tabs. You don't get the What's Cal Ripken Doing newsletter like I do?
I get it, but I just throw it away.
7:05 tomorrow is your first pitch in Baltimore against the Guardians. That's the first of 3 games, and they're back here at home next week. Play the Rangers. I will have tickets for you for Tuesday's game, closer to 4:20 today and tomorrow. Rangers, Guardians, downtown at Progressive Field. And, of course, through the month of June, you can use the promo code BILL for 20% off at CLE Clothing Company. We're putting the finishing touches on what will be the next Retro Buzzard merch. It looks awesome. And once we get that together, we're going to drop that for you very soon.
Oh, you've got to see it.
Yes, I'm in the loop on these things. Yeah, that's right.
I want to see it.
Poundcake, you see your
it's
boy?
my name given 20% off, and I can't get a preview of the merch. Come on.
I know. You see your boy Michael Avenatti's going to prison, Poundcake, for 4 years?
No, I didn't see that. Where'd you see that?
By the way, I thought he was already doing time over that Nike thing.
He is. I think
was he doing time or was he doing house arrest on that?
No, he was in jail. Okay. So I don't know if he got charged or...
They gave him 4 years for Stormy Daniels. I don't know how much they gave him for Nike.
No, Nike, it was extortion, and I want to say...
wire fraud and all kinds of stuff.
It was like 10 years. But I want to know what he was extorting them about. Like, did he have dirt on someone? I don't understand.
He said it was something along the lines of, hey, if you guys don't pay me this money, I'll release some internal documents,
probably
something like that.
So he was going to release some trade secrets or something.
But what a guy who came out of nowhere. I mean, I guess other than people who already knew him and knew he was a scumbag, but or at least a less than credible person. But he really hopped on Stormy Daniels in the midst of that whole thing. And so he got 4 years in prison over the Stormy Daniels case. Wire fraud and stealing her money.
I'd love to be a cellmate. Like, if I'm just saying, if I was in prison, I don't want to go.
That's where his head goes.
I'm just saying,
I'd love to be Michael Avenatti's cellie.
I don't want to go to prison ever. But if I did, for whatever reason, I would want a cellmate that looks like Michael Avenatti.
Who would you not want as a cellmate?
Someone who's not nice.
Not nice. I mean, these are people in prison. Most people don't go to prison for being nice.
Yeah, people make mistakes. You're kind of judgy. People make mistakes. They don't mean they're
I'm not
nice
judgy.
people.
The criminal justice system is doing the judging. These are people who are already in there. They've been convicted.
They should call it the criminal judgy system.
I don't know. Someone who doesn't work.
God, why does that jury have to be so judgy?
So judgy.
Amber Heard, by the way, her lawyer says we were absolutely going to appeal this case.
Of course.
Yeah.
They have to.
We don't have to, but they're going to. I mean, that's
a standard move.
That costs you more money than, So, but I always think of Poundcake anytime Michael Avenatti pops up in... this is a guy who in the span of... Boy, you want to talk about Poundcake thinking you can become a private investigator in an afternoon, right? You can't blame him for that because why would he know? Michael Avenatti, this is a guy who came out of nowhere and got so much coverage, like, within 2 weeks, he's like, hey, maybe I'll run for president because,
He was like a sit-in.
Nobody takes that seriously anymore anyway, so...
He was like a sit-in on The View. Like, they never have male hosts. And he was like there for like a week straight. Like, so Michael, what do you think? And he's just like, oh, well, like, I'm like, we ain't asked for his view. Who is he? Like,
well, the show's called The View. It's not called Her View.
But it's
they
5
invited him
women.
On. But they invited him on. Well, they invited him on and not talk?
They never had a male host before.
Yeah, well, they decided to change that.
Well, they ruined it because now
they ruined it.
They're gonna think no male's gonna want to do it because they're gonna think it's a jinx.
Huh.
Because all that stuff happened. They were like, who's this guy?
I guess for people who believe in things like jinxes.
I do. Yeah. You owe me a soda.
So Michael Avenatti gets 4 years in prison. I mean, he'll probably do, 18 months? Get out for what Poundcake would call hot behavior. And so we'll see what happens there. By the way, congratulations to one LeBron James, who has become the first active NBA player to become a billionaire.
I thought
Is he the first active athlete to be a billionaire?
I think...
no, Tiger.
Is Tiger a billionaire?
Pretty sure.
I don't know if he hit
those
billion.
soccer guys billionaires? I thought they got
Maybe some
paid
of
like
them are.
crazy high.
Yeah.
They do, but they don't make as... I think it's all in their contract that it's like almost an all-inclusive deal where their endorsements and their pay...
Buffets or drinks and food are included?
It all goes into it. I don't know if they have a billionaire soccer player. But
Well, LeBron is the second highest paid athlete in the world. I'm not sure who the first one is.
probably Cristiano Ronaldo.
That's what I mean.
Or Tiger.
He made $121
Tiger's
million
not making money
last
like that
year.
anymore, though.
No, he made all his money.
He made all his money, and then
big paydays are
after
passed.
that scandal with his
Paid a lot of it out.
yeah. There's not a lot of his endorsements went away and stuff like
I
that.
can't believe that scandal rocked it because he was cheating on his wife. Who hasn't cheated on their wife? I mean,
A
like,
lot
if
of
you're-
people
if you're an
haven't
athlete-
cheated on their wives. I think it was the scope of it, and it was
not a
just
career ender.
it was a bad look. No, it wasn't a career ender, but it will be an endorsement ender. You can still have a career. Nobody ended Tiger Woods' career. He ran off into the, I was going to say woods. You know, he went off into the desert for a while, so to speak, because he could, because he had the money. You know, if you have to be out there working, that's a whole other story.
had
Tiger Woods obviously was okay. He had the money and he could get out there and, you know, take some time off.
He had to go out there and fake some tears. Like, he wasn't sorry. He's like, man, I can't believe y'all making me doing this knowing what I know. All y'all do it. And I'm just the one that got caught. Like, I bet you he was being extorted. Hollywood was like, we give you one of our white women and this is how you treat her? Like, you know?
He creates, Mary, these situations,
Man,
right?
It's
Wow.
You really gonna lose endorsements because you had a bunch of mistresses as a rich and famous athlete? I can't believe that's an endorsement ender.
Yes, it is. It's an I mean, for some, yeah. You got to take your name off your phone for me,
Do me a
please.
huge favor.
Do me a huge favor, please. Please.
Please, you gotta do this for me. Can you take your name off your phone? My wife answered my phone and baby home. Take your name off your phone.
Oh, that slow jam.
It's a good one.
It is a really good one.
Crazy.
So LeBron James is now in the... Now, just to show you the massive gap between rich and poor people in this country, LeBron isn't even one of the 250 richest people in the world. You have to have at least, because he's crossed into the billionaire, he crossed that line, right? $1.2 billion would be considered his net worth. You have to have at least $8 billion to be one of the 250 richest people in the world. So imagine your net worth is, let's say, $4 billion. More money than anyone would ever spend ever, right? That won't even make you one of the hundreds of richest people in the world.
Crazy.
In the world.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that
You're like, I don't feel utilized.
Well, because I went through, I kind of did a little bit of legwork on this just out of pure curiosity. I was like, okay, where would this put him in the world's richest people? So I started with 100 richest people, and I did this tedious list I went down. Nope. So then I went to 250 richest people in the world, right? He's not even on that. So I go, okay, I'll go a little bit farther here, and then I'll pull the chute. 300 richest people in the world. $1.2 billion won't even get you on that. You have to have $5, $6, $7 billion of net worth to be even on those lists. So I don't know. Obviously, I'm not going to dig that deeply, and it might not even be
like the first
accounted
1,000
for.
people,
Yeah, I don't. Sure, right. But
I have
mean,
a question, though.
that means you can be a billionaire, and you're like, oh, there's other people going, what? That's nothing.
A lot of these billionaires are celebrities because they're known for being billionaires, like Elon Musk and Bill Gates and all that stuff. They're not really celebrities. They're just really rich. Who is the richest celebrity that is a billionaire? Like, where do they land on the list? Because Oprah, you think Oprah, she's known for being a billionaire, but it's because she was a talk show host and, got really, really popular.
Oh, you mean like who is the richest celebrity?
Yeah. Like the richest celebrity who became a billionaire. Would it be Dr. Dre? Would it be Jay-Z? Diddy's not
Yeah, I don't know
billionaire
about
yet.
that. Let me see.
Rihanna
The
probably.
100 richest. Well, I mean, Merv Griffin is at the top of the list, but he's dead.
I don't know who that is.
Right. He invented Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy, and I mean, he made his money in like licensing fees and all this kind of stuff. So he was worth $1 billion. There's an Indian actor who has $700 million. But the only one in the billionaire category is Merv Griffin. Tom Cruise, it says, is worth $550 million. So
But it doesn't have to be an actor because it could be like Paul McCartney
right.
or Mick Jagger.
Yeah, this is
like that.
right.
Steven Spielberg is probably the richest director. in the world.
But Stephen King, he's not a director, but
He's not a billionaire.
I mean, this has, for a list of what they have listed as the 100 richest celebrities, Michael Bloomberg is at the top of that list.
What's he a celebrity for?
Well, Bloomberg News was what he built, and then he ran for president. But but these are celebrities. These are people you know: Rupert Murdoch, Donald Newhouse. George Lucas is worth $8 billion.
Okay, George Lucas, I'll give him.
So George Lucas isn't even one of the 250 richest people in the world, and he has a net worth of $7.6 billion.
what do those people do?
What do you mean?
I mean, you got Bezos, you got Elon Musk. Like, what are the other 248 richest people? Who's the Virgin Mobile guy?
Richard Branson.
Him, Warren
A lot
Buffett.
of them are quiet money. A lot of them are people you've never heard of before.
It's like, so just
Bernard
like-
Arnault in France is in the
I was
top
gonna
8.
say.
He's the guy that created like Saint Vuitton, Louis Vuitton, and Yves Saint Laurent, and all those, right?
I forgot about fashion designers.
And a lot of these companies, like,
But they're all old.
Some like Japanese businessman.
well, when
up
they
there.
want to up their status, like if you have like $3 billion, you buy a company that's like on the rise that you think could be like $1 billion company. You buy that company, you become a conglomerate, and then you buy another company, and then it just ups your net worth, and you really didn't do any work. You just bought other companies that are already making money.
Anyway, congrats to LeBron.
Good for him.
Michael Jordan and LeBron.
Just a kid from Akron. Just a billionaire from Akron.
He and Jordan are only the two NBA players to become billionaires. But LeBron's
Sean Kemp's got almost 1 billion kids.
he and Antonio Cromartie, they're getting right up there. He's running out of names.
He's left it in 1 billion times. Does that count?
Yeah, sure. Here's the phone book.
He's got a Billionaires.
H-E-I-R-S. Yeah, there it is. Mary Santora performing live at Hilarities end of the month.
June 30th to July 2nd. Hilarious.com.
LeBron James, obviously, he's got his hands in a lot of pies, as it were. He's an investor in that, what's a pizza joint? Blaze Pizza? Is that his?
Blaze Pizza, which
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever even had.
That ain't great, but, works out for him. Real estate, film production, all that kind of stuff. So that's what puts you in that billionaire category. You're not making that money in your paychecks. You're getting long-term investments. You set it and forget it.
I am obsessed with his wife. Like, I'm
Who's his wife?
Savannah James. Like, I'm obviously gay, but man, she is a gorgeous.
Is that the girl that he took to prom? Like they've been together forever?
Yes, his high school sweetheart, and she is just like the baddest. I'm not even gonna say black woman. She's just like the baddest woman I've ever seen.
Is she black?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Got a beautiful black queen.
He's got himself a Nubian queen.
Oh,
all
my
right.
gosh,
I don't think I've
she's
ever seen her.
Oh, look her up. She's gorgeous. Thick. I'm not. Let me
THICC?
I will get snatched around here. I'm in LeBron country, but still, I'm obsessed with her. She's beautiful.
Well, that's not an insult. That's Savannah Bananas came up. That's not her, right?
No,
That's her maiden name.
Do you, Savannah Bananas, take LeBron
That's
James?
her nickname in high school. That's why LeBron's like, hey, I gotta get with Savannah Bananas because I heard she.
This is gonna work out.
No, just like.
Oh yeah, she's cute.
Oh, she's beautiful. I love her. I just love her.
Yeah, good for him. She looks like oh man, who does she look like? I don't know. She looks like somebody, and I can't put my finger on it. But congrats to him.
I just follow on Instagram, and I just like her. Like I just double like her photos. I'm like, I want to be her.
You want to be her? You want to be married to LeBron James?
I just want to be.
man.
I just want to be pretty like her. Like she doesn't. It doesn't look like she has any work done, and if she does, it looks completely natural and like nice earth tone makeup and hair. Like she's made me into a queen. Like because I'm like I don't notice that stuff, but she's so bad. She's so cold.
Alan, Conor McGregor is the world's richest. No, that can't be possibly right. I saw Conor McGregor get his ankle broken 10 seconds in.
He's
Are
not.
fighters billionaires?
Mayweather, I think, is.
He is not a billionaire.
Richest athlete, Lionel Messi, who's a soccer player, $130
I knew it was
million.
a soccer guy.
Yeah.
He's a billionaire? Wow.
No. Richest athletes.
Oh.
130 million. So this person texted me Conor McGregor. I'm like, that's not, unless you're trolling. That's no way that's true. Bill's wrong. Tiger is absolutely making money like he used to. How though?
He just waited. You have to.
Nike?
probably
He's
just
still
have
got
to
that
wait it out.
Nike money?
But he's not.
He's not.
winning.
He was. You're right. First of all, he's like,
Not like I'm not saying he's not making money, but he's not making money like he used to. He's not the face of golf anymore.
right. Yeah. Who is the face of golf? Fuzzy Zeller?
I don't know.
Greg the Shack Newman. I don't know new golfers' names. New golfers to me they always sound like they could be interchangeable with NASCAR drivers. Just a bunch of hill rods. These guys just picked golf over driving.
What's more of a rich person sport, golf or polo?
I mean, I don't know anybody who plays polo.
Yeah.
Like when you go out towards,
I don't know.
when you go out towards like Chagrin Falls, they have all those polo fields, and I like every so often I'll see like one person on a horse, but they're not playing polo. They're just like riding a horse, but it's a polo field. So I imagine rich people must play polo.
I don't know. You know, in your new career as a private investigator, these are all things that you could find out on your own. That would be great practice in gleaning information from sources that you need.
I need like a buffer white or something like that. Because if I'm just lurking around a polo field, being my complexion, they're like,
I don't think there are any local polo fields.
There are.
In Northeast Ohio?
They threw. There's a puppy when we did that puppy parade thing or like that puppy something. It was at a polo field in like towards Chagrin Falls or like Moreland Hills. Over there on the east side, there is a polo field. I know it. I've
Cleveland Metro Park's polo field in Chagrin Falls.
See, told you.
Okay, all right.
He is on one. He really
I was
is.
saying, yeah.
Did you drink caffeine today?
Yeah. What would
I
you
drink caffeine every day.
Would you drink a Rip It right before the show or what?
Rip It, the 99-cent grape flavor.
Yeah, that's
I don't even know what
Poundcake's
that is.
league.
I had a Rip It was my go-to in college because they were literally $1 at the gas station I could walk to. So I would just Rip It's like crazy.
Yeah,
Oh, it tastes like a
what's up.
melted popsicle.
that's what I'm saying. That's what this guy's on.
I never had one.
Belly full of Rip Its or Whippets. I don't know. I didn't realize, by the way, I was hearing a 20-year-old interview with Dave Chappelle. I didn't realize he's lived in Ohio for so long.
Yeah.
Like early 2000s, he was talking about, I live in Ohio with my fiance. I don't even think he was married yet. Who's his wife now? He's like, yeah, it's quiet. I can look out my window. I can look out my window and see a bunch of white people raking.
Yeah.
It's great. Yeah, I had no idea. I thought that was a recent-ish development. Didn't know that he'd been out in Ohio for so long.
You guys were talking about that Ricky Gervais special. I watched it last night. I thought it was really funny.
I think Ricky Gervais is very funny.
I love him.
I like him a lot.
I do too.
I find him very annoying.
A lot of people
Why?
do. I just think he's really
Same
funny.
reason you
British?
find stuff. Well, I mean that. We hate
Because
our
of what?
I said because he's British.
The way like
There's a lot of funny British.
no, he's
Jimmy Carr.
Like I laughed at some of the stuff. I don't know. He just doesn't do it for me.
He's an acquired taste.
No, I mean a lot of people have acquired the taste. He's a very popular comedian. He tells you about it all the time. How rich he is.
I
all
thought that was
stuff.
funny. Ellen put out an entire special that was like that.
Yeah, I know.
But that's like part of the Ricky Gervais thing.
Right.
It's like
I know.
it's all like very winky.
But
and,
I don't
you know.
like that, so I go, that's
yeah?
not for me. Yeah. He just it's fine. It's just not. It didn't hold me.
It's
Like, I
not
got
your
tired
cup
it.
of tea,
Right.
as it were. Yeah. Speaking of Chappelle, by the way, they're gonna. If you are one of our listeners out Dayton way, they are going to start screening his documentary, which is called something. What's that documentary called? It is. I swear to God, it's called something.
White people raking?
I thought it was called Untitled.
White people be right. No,
Yeah.
it's Dave Chappelle live in real life. They're going to show it at
Okay.
the Schuster Center, if you're familiar with that, out Dayton way. June the 12th. It's a benefit fundraiser for something out near where he lives, but it's a film that he produced and directed. Other people directed it, but he helped produce it. And I assume it is basically footage
one-
of over like the shows that you went to, right?
it
Over
shows-
the pandemic.
I
and
saw
how they
it when
put
he
this.
showed it here at the Romo Fijo. And yeah, and he
Oh,
just
that's
talks
what
about-
he showed?
Yeah.
Oh.
And he showed, all the rigmarole that he went through to put on these shows in Yellow Springs. And,
Oh, there you go.
you know,
You give it the
if
thumbs
you-
up?
If you like comedy and zoning, this is a good documentary.
A lot of zoning humor.
But no, and then you talk to a lot of the different comedians that felt very lost during the pandemic and were able to go to his place and have a commune and kind of reset in a way. Like Michelle Wolf has a lot to say in it. It's pretty good.
Yeah, where's she been?
Worked with Dave mostly. I think she did a tour last year though. Because
Okay.
I think she came to Hilarities.
All right. Well, I've got to take a break. If you want to text me for something, 35192 to do that, AlanCoxShow.com for all the other stuff, and you can listen wherever you are on the iHeartRadio app.
The Alan Cox Show on 100.